but they got a bit of zip to them today. They didn't have
that's
last.
fun.
They didn't have this afternoon.
We have to have a good first in and then we're set to go. It's great they're starting on time. I'm really happy.
Oh my God, you have no idea how happy I am that they're starting on time.
They know you can start.
No.
So we
No, there's no hesitation.
No.
So
The last draw of the day. It's a.
we played in Sorrel 2 years ago. The game was supposed to start at 8:30. We started at 9:45.
Yeah.
So we got, they were 11 years
They were
old.
10 and 11 years old.
And they came straight from school that day, remember?
No, this was a Saturday though.
Oh,
Yeah.
Saturday,
So
yeah.
it was 12 to 20 by the time we went off the
Yeah.
And luckily, luckily we were done, right? That was it. It was our last game.
They were happy. They felt like they made a Sunday at a tournament.
They almost did their own thing.
It's all on how you sell it, right? Zachary protested. We don't know.
We were driving home. We're like, oh my God, it's so bad.
Oh, you guys can remind me to.
Here, how do you switch this?
That's
Is that the wrong one?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, do you know how?
Yeah.
There. Okay, perfect.
There you go. Yeah. So when we saw the draw, we were like, oh no, 8 o'clock. It'll be 9 before we're on the ice for sure.
They've been very
I know they've been so great. They've been on top of it.
Well, it's because in Sorrel they didn't put a time limit, and they wouldn't allow the next draw to start until the previous draw was completely finished.
They wouldn't do anything.
So if you had an extra end on one sheet, it's the 3 sheets.
Yeah, the 3
all
sheets
3
just
sheets
sat
just sat there waiting. Our sheet was empty, and we couldn't get on the
It was a
ice.
4-sheeter. And the worst thing was we were waiting for our draw to start. There were only 3 games. There was one game that ran late. It was like prep days. Let the teams go on those. Then it doesn't matter. No.
And that's the plus in the sidebar, I guess? No, it's powerful.
Curling Quebec
I guess it was
rules, and
curling.
depending on how lenient or how you want to.
Yeah. Oh. Not bad.
Oh, yeah, hamburger.
Mon menu, amène mon iPad. Je suis allé au festival sur mon téléphone. Ah, Steve,
Never mind. I'll try it. I played at a tournament. Thomas is like, he's 6 or 7 playing hockey. And we're at a tournament. But what is train? And Thomas is saying, all the names are pushed.
Ouais, t'es bienvenu sur les 2 équipes.
So here he is. He's like,
J'ai failli aller chercher des cartes identifiées pour Edouard, faire penser qu'il avait 17 ans, mais je me suis dit que ça allait dans les niaiseux un petit peu. Je le connais pas, lui.
and it's like, they won it, which was like, oh my God. So they had to play the next morning. Like early in the morning, and here I am trying to, I'm in town. I don't know what tournament.
What's that?
I think it was Point
That's a good tournament, though.
Yeah, it is, but oh my God, like it's, I'm thinking, really? Like, yes, he has a little red temper. I thought for sure, like, we're falling asleep.
So is this on a cement? Is this a cement?
I don't know if it's cement or sand.
This sound
It's pretty loud, so it's probably sand. Is it sand? Sorry,
It's sand, yeah.
Sand?
Where's sand? Where's sand?
The concrete tends to be really quiet.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like you can't hear the rock. It's really weird. If you've never played on it before, it's a really weird feeling.
Is that because there's the air in the sun?
I don't know.
Sorry?
I don't know what the acoustics are.
de l'air dans le sable?
Non, c'est juste la surface.
Sounds
Quand c'est sur une base de béton, il n'y a pas de même réverbération.
Because it's not very thick, right? Like the sand is
No,
only
no.
a couple inches thick, and the ice is this thick. It's not.
No, I can tell you the ice is not thick because he did floods at 6 a.m. in the morning, and I did the floods at 10 p.m. in the
He said he only
evening.
missed.
That's not that.
Yeah, you're putting it down in layers, very, very thin layers, over and over and over again. It's
It's a very long process, I can tell you that.
well, and you guys had compressor issues too, right?
That's why we're so
Yeah, we
late.
got him. I think that, and that 3 points was like on their first drive. So he's probably like,
It's just the upfront cost, right? Of laying, imagine laying
See,
a pad.
that's what it looks like before the ice is painted.
So it's,
You can
so
see
it's
the
just a header.
tubes inside.
Tu peux voir les tubes.
Yeah, it's just the tubes go up and down. Yeah, it looks just like one clip.
C'est que les tubes, puis c'est le sable cache les tubes. Il y a pas ça.
Même pas au complet. Les tubes, on les voit par-dessus devant le sable.
Puis l'eau est directement sur le sable? Ou...
Ben, ce qu'ils font, c'est une fois que le sable est refroidi, ils font un spray
Oui.
pour commencer à faire un mini-gel.
OK.
Après plusieurs sprays, là, tu peux faire ton premier flood, puis après ça, tu bâtis ta glace.
Ça veut dire que théoriquement, il y a peut-être du sable qui n'est pas imprégné d'eau. Parce que...
Peut-être pas saturé complètement, mais elle va être gelée.
Non, mais s'il n'a pas été pogné par le spray, il a été pogné par le premier flood. Fait que-
OK.
Watching TikToks this afternoon.
oh yeah, they have curved conditions.
These like epic stuff like that. Like there was 3 of the approach that I was one landed like
Tu commandes ça? Quoi,
What an unlucky shot. What an unlucky shot. Je pensais même pas qu'il y avait de la place pour passer entre ces deux pierres-là.
C'est ça?
Ça ferme à 9 heures.
Did he go right through?
He field goal, but I don't even think you could try. Go ahead, do it again.
that 9 more times, you're not making it
They're on TV, is it?
Really? You couldn't nick one?
It's a stupid sport. I hate this game. It's not fair. It's stupid. I protest. I can tell you our game this afternoon, they were a little off. We were playing the guys over there that are big, and they were as sharp as lasers. And any little break that could go wrong like that, it kept happening to us. Like, come on, like against other teams, okay, but against these guys, because if you get anything from them, like, the game's over. They were saying, hey, we might steal one here. We scored 3. How'd that happen? We're not even really sure how it happened, but it did.
So,
They were really kind to us when we played Point Claire.
Yes,
They
they're
backed up. They
they're
backed
very gentlemanly. They're
Yeah,
very.
because they saw our team like of little squirts. You know.
c'est
And they
toi,
were,
t'as pris de chute, c'est ça.
and
Ça,
even their
non.
coach said
Là,
like,
tu veux, c'est un classique.
that's what they're doing. Like, he didn't tell them to.
Yeah, they're just doing it on their own. They throttled back with us. They kept making shots, but they like you don't need to twist the knife on its
Well,
end.
that's it. You know, what fun is it to get to like 16 or whatever? And
Well,
you're
and they need these kids to keep playing.
Yep.
Because if these kids stop, then in 5 years there's no more curling.
If they were those
Because
kids,
there's not that many teams in Quebec, so you can't be a bully because
Yeah.
you run out really quickly.
Well, and eventually sometimes, yeah, sometimes they start to form teams.
Oh, absolutely, especially as they get older because it thins out a little bit. And
Merci.
oh, what a great shot!
Okay, we're game 2 for now? Il y a juste une trentaine d'années en plus.
It's like I thought he fell. I was like,
Checking how many drawings were left.
Both of Owen have to be short. If Owen puts them anywhere short of the center line, on the same line of three, they have nothing. But because he's in the heat, they're now able to follow down and make that shot. If he'd been 6 feet less, it would have been different. Now, we look like we're in a good spot, but we're one shot away from them.
Yeah.
Is this Zachary's first?
Yeah.
Yes. There's another blue rock down
No. Yeah, come on, boys. Useless rock.
there. You have your phone back. I think it's 86, so I think it doesn't matter.
Well, with the 5 out of 6 counts, we got rid of the only one that didn't win.
Yep.
Right? So we have 5 shots, which is 2 of them were.
I just realized.
I can see the end in there.
Okay. I sat down. I sat down.
And sometimes I don't want to look, right? So it's
It's going to be the name of this game today. Today's a protest game.
oh, he's got a good one. Good try.
Well, Zachary's
Guys,
playing.
everybody get out of the house. What are y'all doing? They still got one rock. There's an awful lot of faces in there. Good try.
Oh shoot, I guess I should have written to Madame Annie. She's not here yet.
Well, she knew they were coming in and they were forgetting.
No, I know, well, because I told her I told her there was room for her to come, so
Yeah.
she may have chosen not to.
Ils ont montré, mais je suis en train de dire, ils ont montré ce que vous voulez faire.
I mean, hopefully she didn't watch the She's so funny. She had written in her calendar back when it was at Thanksgiving. So I said, oh, it's been moved to the end. And she's like, okay. So she changed it. And then she's the one who texted me this week. Great. Did you receive the schedule yet? And I said, well, I don't know what's happening with the number of spectators. I'll have to get back to you.
I told her thanks for She goes, oh, don't make me a bad this.
Thank you for taking the picture, though.
Yeah.
I meant to do it, and I totally
I'm sure I
forgot.
have one from a few years ago too.
I do
They're all
too.
shorter than her.
Yes.
They're all taller.
Great shot, Zachary.
There.
They've already made more shots than this afternoon.
Just in the one end.
In the one end.
They're gonna measure.
Yeah, it was very
No,
tight. Like, I
it's
don't know
not.
which
I don't think it's.
What tier are they measuring?
I think
the
Zachary's
one
just trying to
oh,
explain to them that they all need to get out, right? Like, if you're not sure, the only people who are supposed to be in are supposed to be
Yeah,
the
no,
thirds.
they've asked for a measure.
Oh, measure.
They've asked for a measure.
So, like, even my skip on the left, being in the house, is
Measure?
he's got to get out.
Yes.
Skips don't.
No, only the thirds are allowed in the house. So they should. So he shouldn't even be in there directing traffic.
Right.
Everyone else should be standing on a board somewhere, completely out. Now, if there's other runs, because they were the ones in the house when the skip was thrown.
Right. Okay. So they stay.
So they stay, and everyone else's job is to just clear out all the other rocks. So they did a good job. You'll notice they took away all the other rocks,
Just the two that really matter.
and then that's what everyone else does. They scuttle around, and then everyone else leaves.
Yeah, they're just pretty close, so I can see why they want to measure.
Really?
So even though there was one hole left.
So that's one. That's 1 point for that already.
So it's 2
Right now it's
already.
two.
Two.
Yeah.
It was
already,
two,
and
maybe
it's-
three. They're measuring for three.
And you're never 100% sure that the circles, because the circles don't actually mean anything. It's the distance from the pin and the
Right.
So the circles might not always be exactly.
Yeah.
And if this camera is not perfectly on top,
It
it
might
can
be
be off by
closer
a foot or.
than it is to us here. Yeah.
The game this morning, we started off in a 5-0 hole. So 2 or 3 is a mix.
You have to win. You have to win.
Five zip after when I go boys.
A friend of ours worked on the ice for the Briar and the Scotties when they were in the bubble in Calgary.
Okay.
And so when he was there, he saw them put the cameras up. And the camera's actually not directly over the button, it's over the back of the fork. And so when they lift them up, you think you're looking straight down, but it does. So the rocks in the back of the house always look further than because of the angle that you're looking in. So sometimes you look like you're no, it's definitely this one, but the camera.
See, I would have said red, and it apparently
No,
was
I thought it
blue.
was blue.
Oh, did you think it was blue? Oh, okay.
It doesn't really matter.
Our opinions unfortunately don't matter. Because I would have protested the crap out of my previous game.
Okay, so there can be an error in the circles.
Yeah.
So, and sometimes over the course of the year, because we think of ice as a solid, but it's not, right? So the rings can actually move over the course of the year. They'll shift on you a little. And if you have an outdoor ring,
Our
they shift a lot.
outdoor ring last year was proof.
Oh, yeah, by a lot.
Well, because especially with the sun, right? That we had put down. Well, initially we did it with coloring. So I had taken water with food coloring and then made the rings. But then it would bleed, and then eventually you had no color. So we then got like
Ça fait 9 heures sur Internet, regarde si c'est
the rings and put them in. And that worked really well all through like January and February. But then once March started to hit and it got really sunny, that because of the color underneath, right, the sun would warm it up and it would sublimate, and then they were kind of coming up through. So at one point our rings were kind of like this. They weren't melting evenly, and
So what's recommended for an outdoor ring?
Move it indoors.
Non-dimensional.
You need a pergola or something over the rings because the sun
so
just
the sun
kills
is
it.
hard, the snow is hard,
Okay.
and
Curl at night and
yeah,
curl
we
when
need
it's
to
cold.
switch the. Oh,
And what button is it?
Thank you.
I made a ring last year, about 20 by 40, and I have about 2 foot of slope. So I built it up with my snowblower, tapped it down. It took forever to get. 'Cause I
That
didn't wanna-
section to
I was
freeze.
actually worried that I would end up with a 2 foot big block of ice that would melt and drown my neighbor.
Yeah.
When it melts.
So we got heated wires so that it
It was
would
like-
the
that was all
tray
there.
so that it wouldn't go to the neighbor. Like we did everything.
But because it was on the snow, I would go out, especially when it was really cold. I would go out for water, and sometimes it would make a loud
Bang! And it scares the crap out of you.
Yeah, pretty much.
I thought that was because it was on snow.
The ice says
No, it's ice that'll do that. Out on the lake and stuff, it'll be wet sheet too, you'll get it.
oh, but we like so minus 10, minus 15 was the perfect weather for curling outside because it was just cold enough and it wouldn't snow. But I mean, the minute you get any kind of snow on the ring, the rocks will go strong. The minute you can curl them as hard as you wanted. It was crazy. Which is fun.
Well, it's COVID. You gotta try something, eh?
Well, we have 3 sets of rocks sitting in our garage right now.
Okay.
3 sets of rocks. Why? Why have 3 sets of rocks?
Because we bought rocks. Because
we had no choice.
For our outdoor rink, and they were selling all 3 sheets. So we went, okay.
Because last year during COVID, we borrowed the junior rocks from Point Claire because we didn't have a junior program. So we built our curling rink on the side of our house, and so we used those. But this year we have a junior program, so I can't take those rocks. So a friend of mine said, "Hey, did you know these guys out in New Brunswick? They went bankrupt, and the city was auctioning off the rocks. I only wanted to buy one set, but then he said, no, you have to buy all 3.
Oh, nothing.
So I was like, okay, well, so now I got a couple of sets of rocks for sale.
Did you actually pick them up? How did you get them?
Expensive dollars.
Transport, three pallets, and 48 rocks later. It's
not cheap.
several tons. Well, I do a lot of business at New Brunswick and Nova
Okay,
Scotia, so
you
it's.
gotta.
I was able to finagle
You were able to squeeze them in.
something else. So, but I want a sheet for me, and then Neil wants a sheet for his cottage. So he said he'd want a set. These are
perks we
impossible.
have in our work.
These are impossible to come by. You cannot find a set of curling rocks.
Yeah.
You can buy 1 and 2, but you can't find a whole set.
What about C?
We played
Oh yeah, you know my buddies that that I train with, they're suggesting we do a half Ironman in Victoria at the end of May.
Okay, I'm on this side.
I'll just find an excuse.
We'll register for it. I'll fly out there.
I'll find a customer meeting around there.
When he's been there in Canada, so he was gonna
Yeah,
go.
the guy
But
organized
for your
it.
hotel, you mean?
So when I was naming it right, I thought it was per set.
So,
And so when he said you have to buy all three, I was like, no, I'm not spending that much per
Wait,
set.
that's
He's
the
like,
actual
no,
Nicolas,
that's for all three of them. Are you kidding? Yeah, I'll take all three.
Are you gonna get us some theaters or?
Yeah, well, Neil's buying one set for his cottage, and then the other set, because it's Point Claire's 100th anniversary curling club yesterday.
Okay.
And so Point Claire has a couple of they're actually refrigerating a couple of rinks this year.
Okay.
And so they want to do some curling days, so I'm probably going to rent
oh
them
yeah,
to
so
the
we'll
city.
need coal because
Pay for the transport to get them back.
no, there's some specific rinks that they're doing. So our club would like juniors, so like this team and Amber's team and Sunny's team, to go out and do like a little mini exhibition to show curling offs to the residents of Point Claire, and then be able to take them out and teach them a little bit. So
That's great.
oh, this could be good.
Got the little kiss and roll in.
Get a kiss.
Kiss and roll in. Oh, good try. Really close.
That was so cool.
Oh, okay, I'm not
Okay, yeah, no.
I'm just
Darn it.
I'm a bit tired, so I might
It's a
have
drive
later
home.
on.
Yeah. And I'm being sick. I haven't had any.
Well, luckily, we didn't start late, so we should be home at a decent hour, which is really good.
But if I'm like
So they would have to be here like 8 a.m. tomorrow, which means we leave at 4:30. I told
okay,
Mark
when does the game start?
9.
Okay.
but I found it great.
Yeah, I'll come.
You gotta come.
You know, it's really years and all that. Like, so this area,
It's very quaint.
I love it. It's nice in the winter, but you have to see it in the fall. It's just
Yeah, it's a really nice.
My brother lives in the Cleveland office, and it's just like drive around with nice big trees.
You know,
Isn't that the whole thing now?
so I'm gonna get my Point Claire resident frustration out. What's nice here is they're not tearing down the houses
To
till
make giant
giant
Yeah.
things that use every square foot of the property they've preserved. I'm really ticked off.
It's got the same feel. The houses are all the same.
Yeah,
These
they're all
monstrosities.
charming and they're all cute and nice and decorated. Like you see, there's a pride. You know, everybody's decorated with Halloween. And anyway, yesterday was fun because yesterday we got here just as we were getting out of school. So all these little costumes were walking
Yeah,
here.
it's
Oh,
great.
it's so cute. I said that made my day.
this is the run back
You know, these little princesses.
All the young families, right?
Yeah, it was
Oh,
really sweet.
we got food. There was a little girl on a school. It's adorable.
Always get it.
You guys still have Charlie, but ours are all out.
But are you kidding me? Charlie would get dressed up. Yeah. So when he got to school, the teacher's like, where's your costume? And she's like, oh, because he and Zachary have the same body. And he was like, oh, I'm dressed up like my brother Zachary. He was like, whatever. I mean, my kids have never been like super. They were when they were really little. But like Zachary and Nico switched hoodies and baseball hats at
Playing
school
with each
and
other.
swapped spots at school and
I have Lily who's still like now all day spending her time at Dollarama.
Okay.
Whenever, you know,
Is still infatuated with it, which is great.
Just like,
but see,
to hand out the candies, they're all decorated.
but see these guys, because we Crescent is so small, we know all the people. When they were little, we would only do our street because they came up with so much candy. Because each house would have a bag with their name on it. So my neighbor, whose widow lives down the street from us, she wrote to me and she said, "Are the boys going out for Halloween?" I said, "No, I don't think so. We're curling and we don't know what's going to happen, so unlikely." So she's like, "Don't worry, tell them to come by my house. I've got something." So last year she bought them. She had asked for their favorite chips, their favorite chocolate bar, their favorite candy. So they showed up and she had bought a full-size bag of chips for each of them of their favorite.
That's sweet.
Full-size
size chocolate bar and the biggest bag of candy they liked. So why would they need to go out? This is no work. They knock on the door, she gives us a bag and
Yeah, boy.
so. Oh, time out.
I'll have
I'll take it.
Yeah, I always prepare for my little kitties. Just the cute ones that
Because
are
that's the
around.
number, our road is pretty good.
Oh, but yeah, because there's not that many
Nobody
houses.
comes up, so I go out. My trick or treating is bringing back kitties, you know, like just the little ones. I
When we
have
moved to our street, it was the first couple of years, it was crazy because
Yeah.
it was all kids. But 15 years have gone by, they're all
amazing how,
it's a completely different.
neighborhoods really change.
It's completely different.
Well, our
Well, and no
neighborhood,
one's
it's not
moved.
like what
Our neighborhood is all the same houses. It's just it's a completely different era of people.
My neighbor across the street, so they have a candy for the kids, and they always have a booze table for the adults. So they had the adults beer and stuff,
Now he's
wine.
listening back.
Yeah, now it's like in your neighborhood.
Where do you go?
We had a neighbor like that.
We want
We would just pop out and just run across the street, we'd get a drink, and then we'd stand out and talk to them, and then, like, yeah, it was. And they had disposable cups, so the parents could grab it and keep going with their
keep
kids,
going,
get
right?
their drink.
My mom says to change the stuff. Oops, thanks.
Now we're gonna have spectators who are gonna protest. You can't see.
Protest. I asked her, but she's not answering.
Sorry, Cole's grandma. That wasn't my fault.
So you should apologize for that too.
Yeah, she must have been wondering what was happening.
Because I just seen them throw.
She did comment, it's because I don't
No, I know.
sit there. My mom was yesterday because you had come. Yeah, it was you last night.
Ouais, il a bien glissé, mais il l'a sorti.
What was that, beer or something?
Oh,
He sent it out on his way.
Commenting about it. All you could hear was a crash. And I was like,
What was it? Somebody jumped in.
somebody dropped a glass behind the bar.
So that was it, in reference,
So I did
reference to that.
My comments when I last night when I got home, they were all jumbled, like they weren't in order. So I had no idea what you were talking about. So my mom thought you were talking because there were rocks everywhere. So she thought you were talking about the game being messy. So she said she laughed. She's like, it was so funny.
Tell her it has nothing to do with the game.
Because I didn't know, right? I was like, I have no idea. Because I didn't know when your head happened.
No, I heard a big crash and then everybody went, oh, 1 hour or something.
So, yeah, but we just,
Just get one in there and see if
the bartender had dropped the glass.
Yeah.
So I'm saying was like, oh, go help it. Yeah, we have
Yeah, well, I'm not sure. No, yeah, no.
lights actually, they gotta go.
You know, been switched. Because Nico was sweeping inside.
Yeah.
John noticed about that at Thursday.
What was that whole?
Two Mondays ago, I had my first game in actual game in like a year and a half. And so by the time I got home, my shoulder from all the sweeping.
You missed this kid. Sure, I know.
No, that's why. So it's just
Yeah.
So technically, the
Bring the spirit with you?
sweeps.
The second game is 3 blocks plus the 2 skips, so he's sweeping 5 with the 8 blocks. A lot of sweeping. And so then I played with him on Wednesday. And the
Oh, he's got a chance on this one.
first stroke I was
He's got a chance. This is close.
all these kids have to get out of the way. We can't see anything.
It's close. It's close.
Come on, come on. Come on. Nice
Good
shot.
shot.
Yeah. Great shot.
shot.
Well done.
That's tough.
Six.
You'll
Yeah,
drive
one.
You'll drive him home now? Is that what I understand?
Yeah, I'll drive him home now.
Okay.
You can sleep in the house again. It's back inside.
Great shot. You don't see those every day.
No, that was amazing. See what I mean? That's what John noticed. He, under pressure, he
See, in our game this afternoon, we would have hit that and spun it and hit one of theirs and bumped one of theirs and we give up another one.
That was a really good shot, though.
Really good shot. So, where Zachary made a mistake because he tried the shot the first time and he was close. You never want to let the guy have a second shot or the same shot. So Zachary should have guarded that one and then made him throw a lightning draw around the other corner. You have to block one side. Don't give him the same shot twice, right? It's
Because good skips won't miss this shot twice.
well, and he didn't miss the first one by much.
No, no, well, exactly. So.
Oh, but that's what you got.
Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, this one right here. You guys did it.
I've been watching.
Yeah, I saw that. You had your heart rate monitor. No.
Great shot.
Mine is not
We did an effort. That's what
Doesn't think so.
Oh, yeah, we had 150. At least she's full out of hack. When they stand,
They're getting a better, they're getting a more competitive game because of that.
Over there?
Yeah.
Oh, she was just saying Javal's getting a more competitive game tonight than he did this afternoon. Good shot, Cole.
He's doing so well with his takedowns now.
Yeah, the first practice.
No, I want you to. I want to hear a bang when it hits the other side. And he kept throwing it softer himself. Come on now. Come on now. He's got it. But you know what? I switched him to the broom instead of the stabilizer. He was a little shaky at first, and then it just clicked. And since he's been throwing with the broom, he's been doing amazing. It's a good shot.
You know, like it's a confidence thing, right? And I mean, it's been unbelievable this year. Oh, but yeah, his legs are super strong, right? And he's got a great core too, which is what you need for this So it makes a huge difference. And I can tell you couldn't get there. The kids were out on the ice. I was upstairs. I came upstairs and we came upstairs. Zachary saw him on the ice. And I could hear that.
We don't need to think when Cole walks in. We know it's great.
You can hear it. It's really awesome. It's fun.
He gets that reaction when he shows up anywhere. Because they all meet outside together, and like if he gets out of the car, you just
He has that.
He just makes situations better. He really does. He just has one of those endearing
Like Nico, especially
personalities.
because they spend so much time together. They go on their game, and Nico's really hard on himself.
think of your jokes for tonight in case you need them.
Nico's answer was yes, because Nico had told us, he's like, Cole made me laugh.
Anyways, I told them at home and I said, you guys think of your jokes now, because you might need them again. You know, you should always have them in your back pocket.
I used to go by Sister Shanta, they go with my dad.
They started to my father-in-law.
But I'm at next watching.
He still goes.
Pas la même équipe que cet après-midi, Annick.
Good shot.
Very nice.
They shot. It looks like they're shot.
Small table, maybe?
It's actually calm.
Peel the front one. If you get lucky and you hit the other one, then so be it. Okay, so you keep sweeping. You keep sweeping. Get it all the way up.
That's a wall.
Good shot. Good try. Good one, lucky.
Technically, they're on the sitting one, right?
Yeah, that's fine. And you opened up the front.
My grandmother was big into Legion in Greenfield Park. She was their old one. Cindy was Jen Murphy.
So you just want to open up access to his
Well, I say he knows, but he knows how to he probably knows the things, but not the names.
Cindy was 9 months pregnant with her oldest.
So I'm not sure who's here. There's a group of them, so I don't know how old they all are. I know that
Anyways, goes to the washroom. I think now
did he go back?
he's like, then just
It is him, eh? Okay. So he's too young. Boy.
Different time there.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're the size of our feet.
Yeah, they look like that 2 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Put them in red coats and it'll be pretty much the same
They
thing.
played well, you know. And it's like, you know, they're excited.
Like some, like, family kids or,
This one you have to hit the right side or the left side. You jam it in the top.
It's my grandmother.
It might.
Wrong moment there,
Now he's sitting too. So you have to hit the inside of that rock.
Sport in there, you can look around.
Well, except now there's a front page. I guess if you look at it that way, right? Now that
The red's exposed.
the red's exposed, yeah.
Don't even know how to spell it.
I found out like he's a crazy when he wasn't remember like
Stop the run back?
it was my mother-in-law. It was like basically
I think he was trying to guard the goose and he couldn't tap it up.
Yeah.
like Crystal was social pressure, right? And she had cancer at the time. And I think she
He was trying
really curly top.
place.
Yeah.
So
It was late.
I'm sure enough,
When the weight's down, they'll throw water. So if they throw really heavy, it'll stay straight on the ball. But if they throw a lighter weight, it throws more.
they were there.
So weight is the biggest, you throw like the biggest impact and how much you spin it.
C'est
The
de
more it spins, the less it
Moi,
hurts.
je trouve qu'au dernier match,
No, my dad's an associate member. I think it was just the whole thing.
Yeah, it's good.
fait des shots, c'était grand fight. You got it?
My dad's dad for sure. My mom's dad, he passed
Too
away.
much weight.
He was born in 17, he died in 77. So I never met him. His pictures he's downstairs too.
So that was just too heavy, right? That's a little too testosterone.
Yeah, so my associate member.
That was a I can throw some heavy weights.
Thursday night's a long time ago. 12 years. We go play chips and go back after hockey.
So that was the right shot, but you didn't want to throw it that hard. You wanted just enough to push the red out.
Yeah.
Because then if you rolled, you would have rolled over behind the blue as
Yeah,
opposed to
and then
rolling
you
all
would
the
have been
way.
protected.
Then they started closing before we got off the ice.
I'm getting it.
But they get very testosterone and boy, and they want to throw it hard. Yeah, and have it make a big noise. And
That's okay. Thursdays, let's go ahead and like go there when my dad started.
Guy, he was out a little.
just doesn't want to grow for him. Sweep it, sweep it.
Wouldn't have gotten it, Sean, anyways.
Their costume. This was the thing, like,
You want
Indiana
us to
Jones.
get to it, Nico?
I don't know who's our character. Like, they just
Oh my goodness, he could be an Indiana Jones. He could. Oh my gosh. Yeah, totally could.
And Ella Frost. I don't know what Ella Frost is from, but that's her character. Lane Frost.
Just tapping up the right one, I think. Maybe Steven thinks tapping the right one.
They haven't been putting the They haven't just played the
Wrong weight choice again.
need shotgun.
That was kind of my, it was poorly worded, but that was my question.
I understood. I had asked it earlier, that's why I asked it.
between two again.
He's walking over in.
Fallait la brasser. S'il a brassé, il l'avait. Too bad. Good shot again.
That one? Hey, we got one. We got our first objective.
Oh, look how fast that went up. Went up the point.
The faster it goes up, the more it's worth, right?
Now let's steal.
Hey guys, let's wait for the rocks to stop before we put a number on. And let's put all the rocks away before we... No, I'm taking this point.
You don't put those up very often.
Man, we earned it, we're putting it up right now, no one can take it away. It's great to see. I love it.
Le plus possible. Jusqu'à la première.
Ben non, mais souliers, on met le blanc en canal, les shorts en canal.
Oh yeah. See, you click the button on the camera. Just click the other one. 1, 2. I don't know which one is there yet. That's already pushed out. You know. It was funny. Yesterday, and today I'm like, I never really go walking, and I feel bad, so I take my kid out with you. Oh, and then so Charlie, he said he was originally fearful of going for a run. So I didn't know, I remember. So, no, she said, oh, Charlie, this morning I said,
Is that what you wanted for your first shot?
Usually in the house.
Yes or no? If you're playing a team that could really, really hit the rock really well, that's perfect. So against a team that has a little harder time to hit, we would have preferred to have that at the beginning. Because they're not allowed to do that until the fifth round, until the sixth round.
by 11, she's like,
And if it's going to be hard, being nice and tight like that's good because they can tap it up and do it. But you see now it gives him the opportunity. He's got a good one here.
Come behind it.
Right? It's a really good one.
well, yeah, I mean, you don't want to,
Right on the button.
Great shot.
Yeah, perfect.
but I mean, my kids are really they moved to Montreal
So now we want Cole to try to tap it back. And if he hits the blue instead, doesn't matter. You just don't want him to flash it by. You want something to move. Right? Get something out of every shot. Good sweep, boys. Good sweep. Trying to distract my kids, eh? You got food up? That's a jerk move, coach. Pulling out a hamburger with teenagers on the other side.
They can't
It's
smell
like-
it.
protest you have.
Where's the official? We need to watch an official.
The other coach is distracting me with his French fries.
Whoa.
Good shot.
Bye-bye.
You guys fit in just fine with our team.
Where is he? It's the right time now.
Burger. That is like the first. Where's that from?
There you go.
I heard you're interested in referee.
Huh?
Because I can eat my burger
No,
here
no,
too.
no. We don't want you to. Because then he pulled the fries out and Zachary turned around and pointed at the fries like that.
Because I can eat my burger.
Delicious.
I ate supper and that looks really good.
Good?
So that definitely won't be one.
Denise, so
You don't want to
just
pile up
waiting
the
for him to
front
turn on the
It's more than all the play in the ring.
Oh, Denise, you're missing your moment here. See ya.
Hey Steve, ça fait 4 fois qu'il m'appelle. Tu vois ce que tu as dit là? Stressé au bout, tu as dû dire quelque chose là? Ça fait 4 fois qu'il m'appelle. 4 fois 2 courriels.
Ok. J'ai demandé si t'es inscrit.
Ah, ben, c'est inscrit, ben.
J'ai envoyé un courriel, j'ai demandé si t'es inscrit. Sois inscrit pour toi.
Voilà, c'est pas le problème. Oui, ça s'inscrit sur le site web.
C'est ce que j'ai expliqué. Inscris-toi sur le site web pour envoyer un courriel à info.
Yeah. Really, really long.
Ah, il m'a écrit, je peux voir. Ah, il m'a écrit, il m'a appelé, regarde, j'ai des messages, 2 messages de lui. Je vais poser le courriel sur l'emploi là. Il m'a texté, tu peux voir, il y a un texte. Ah, je lui dis que je suis ici, j'en viens.
Bon, c'est beau.
Ben oui, ben,
Non, ça c'est sûr. Mais il n'est pas inscrit. Non, mais c'est sûr que moi, je me suis Ils sont pas bien. Je suis sûr qu'ils sont pas. Fait que là, j'ai envoyé un courriel à Marc. Est-ce que c'était listé à jour? S'ils sont pas là, t'es pas inscrit. Oui, il a donné son pas dans le
quand il y a tout inscrit, là, c'est simplement le COVID, puis l'autre, mais tu t'étais inscrit sur le site, mais t'as pas, il y a quelque chose qui n'a pas
Des fois sur le site.
t'étais pas sur le site. Puis moi, quand je t'envoie la liste Excel, je prends les deux. Parce que je sais que ça va être vraiment.
C'est peut-être pas inscrit.
Envoyer un texte. S'il vous plaît, Denis, m'appeler au plus vite possible. Appelle-moi quand tu peux. Là, j'ai décidé de faire un petit niaiseux.
Just try to block the hole.
It's like, oh, that's okay.
Don't stop sweeping it. You want the kiss. You want the kiss.
Ah, ben non, avec moi. Ben non, mais c'est dégueulasse pour ma santé, ça, moi, manger à moitié. Aide-moi, mon amour. Alors, mange un peu. Je vais le copier, ok?
Ouais, envoie-moi là, copie-le.
Ah ouais, je vais l'écrire. Procède.
So are they the black team or are they the...
Hey, on va faire quelque chose.
So they're the team in black?
No. Yeah, I guess so.
Comment? Comment? Ça va être procès, les gars, là. Ah.
Yes, that's...
wasn't ready for the first time. I want to force them to go this way because then they might get there inside. But if you come this way, they'll not come. You force them to come this way.
Way inside. He's way inside, but we hope he's heavy now. Because we can come through a head. It's trying to kiss off it and roll over. Sweep it now. Sweep it now. Get it over. That works.
Quite what we wanted, but
Comment tu développes cette expérience?
so that if they tried to come up, they hit their own.
In between the two reds. I mean, sometimes it's a game of inches, right? He's just on the left. Because now he can hit either one of those reds and still promote them. Whereas if he was in between the two, he wouldn't have been able to do it.
Right? Because if they come and try to come this way,
You're giving him less options.
Even though that's part of the game. Teams this afternoon now would have tapped their red corner onto it, and they would have been so as you play better teams, the margin of error gets so much tighter in terms of and they know what to do. That rock's not my friend. This is and to be able to see, and this is they're starting to get it, but to know which rock is helping you and which rock is hurting you. 5 rocks from it, right? So it's
It's got like a delay where you're actually the first
it's close. It's close.
Wow.
Oh, so close.
Ça s'appelle un lac. Exact, yeah.
Dans la rue, je te laisserai, je shot there. How are you going to get there?
Finally, I learned how to
Oh, time out.
I was driving in the city.
Keep eating your burger back there, I'll be okay.
Ah ben c'est lui en premier.
It was like this. He had to use like the handbrake and he's like,
I think she's a Jenny. I'm not super good with music. But if I have to, like, if I really, but people like, people
because he does most of
let's say meetings, I want to keep people in meetings, I'm not going to learn it. But I should.
You should, and you know, like my dad would call my friends, the one that laughs a lot, or the one that you're like that too, you know, the tall one that lives next door and yelling at us. She's since a child. That's funny.
Steve sent me your picture last night. Steve said, okay, next practice, we're practicing timeouts. Because he goes out and they all go too, and he said, what? Yes, it's like a team, like,
I came out here because I obviously had something to say to you guys. You guys, you have 60 seconds.
Yeah.
You can't all jamming information at me, right? Like, let me kind of thing. So anyways, it's just
Dis, I don't know how I did.
Oh, we can, so.
You're right.
Check the next one.
somebody fall. Did somebody fall?
Yeah.
Who fell?
Yeah. That is in pro.
Oh, the thrower.
Okay? You fall like this.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
That's okay. We're still promoted.
Promoted and it's walking the strong.
Parce que ça a cogné un peu, hein? Parce que ici, j'ai allé là.
Cogner le menton.
Non, souris.
Je pense que
Une longue marche. Face à la... Qu'est-ce que vous allez faire, là? Wow, 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 wow.
I know it's not out.
Back to back shows.
Regarde.
How many timeouts do you get?
Regardez les points dans le dernier.
Well, each coach gets
Or no, each guy gets 18.
For $10, as many as you want.
Depends what team you're playing.
That's what I was told.
I need $10.
we played and stuff for Steve was just like
Two in red, you're going to see him. Boys playing like you're boys are playing like you're going under.
they have managed to not see him.
If they missed that one, because he like jumped out of his chair, like you're getting teed up in basketball, getting tossed. It's not going to drive home with the coach after the game.
That's what he said, like the first event, right? We played in the first one like this, right? Timeouts and all that. I mean, we've only played in fun stuff, right? Where it didn't, or the coach was out. Yeah.
Guys getting out with their pads all the time. Oh, so this is a real tournament we're doing. Okay.
Well, that's it. It's completely different when the coaches are actually out on the ice, right?
Yeah.
And so they had no clue. And he's standing up. And he's like this. He's like, I'm so big. How can they not see me?
Where's that crazy man jumping in the window? What's going on?
What's that doing up there? He's stretching. Oh yeah, one of the times, like, soccer was like, oh, making eye contact. He's like, I'm not going to look at you.
Conrad's going to be worse than where you
You're stealing the food. Everyone's stealing his food, poor guy.
That's what happens when you call timeout.
Yeah, exactly. You leave your food unattended. That's not good.
You know, I'm gonna go take a bite of his burger.
I don't know.
Or you should bring it when you're not going to come to tell people.
Is that what it is?
I don't know if it's supposed to be used for something else.
What do you do?
He guarded it, made a little wiki tappy of a guard, but a
I
good
was going to
shot.
say, like, Legion, you want to figure out. He didn't want to change his mind.
No, I'm not planning on bringing it. I was just curious. I was wondering if it was there for like if someone scores an 8-ender or something, you ring the bell.
I was going to say,
That's a really good question, Alicia. I'm going to ask one of our older members because I have no idea. We don't just use it to make announcements.
Okay. Well, it's just because I sort of
They don't know how to throw it into the boards. You're supposed to just throw it. You're supposed to just throw it sideways into the boards. You're not supposed to slide out like that. Throw away. Throw it away. So the only way he was going to throw is if his guard was angled so that he couldn't take out our red. Because anything that touches that red, we're going to follow our blue.
They're playing nice and fast. It's been an hour, right? It's 9 o'clock. They played 4 hours. They're right on pace.
So it's only 4 inch scratch.
It's 15 minutes an end usually. So they're right on 6 minutes. Sometimes they're right on.
So normally the rule for the tournament is you have to start, you cannot start and end after an hour and 50 minutes. So you should in theory have an hour 45 to start at 8.
And what's the main reason for dragging? I guess some teams.
Indecision. And then there can be some discretion if one of the teams is dragging and it's to their advantage to drag, the umpire can say, we're playing another end. So that's what happens on a sheet. The team is taking the advantage. And so the umpire says, we're playing in the last end. Because it can be an intentional. So on TV, they solve it that it's not a timeless game. Each team is giving a lot of time. And so it's your turn to shot. You have a clock and the other team has a clock. So you run out of time, you stop throwing. We keep
I
throwing.
think that's what provincials is.
Provincials is double clock. So the original curling, back when they worked with the clock, it was like a chess clock. So it was always on one team or the other. But then they figured out with time that that didn't work because if I was throwing draws and you were throwing takeouts, a draw takes like 40 seconds, a takeout takes 12. So 40 seconds 12, 40 seconds 12, 40 seconds 12. You get to the end of the game and you'd have no time left and I have a bunch of time. And so now it's thinking, the minute that rock stops, so I throw, the second my rock stops, your clock starts, and then the minute you let go of the rock, your clock stops. Neither clock goes. Then the rock stops, my clock starts. So they call it thinking time. But imagine the coordination you need to do that. You have to have people in the watch. Like it's very involved.
Non, mais c'est ça, il y a des...
Oh, come on, Cole.
C'est ça que je disais à Guillaume.
Trop souvent, d'ailleurs.
C'est long.
Go get him a box drink.
Juice box!
Need the biggest juice box you got.
Complètement l'inverse, faut que tu le vois.
Something about juice boxes.
Yeah, didn't buy it the big
I will get you his juice box.
C'est pas évident comme ça. Tu veux marquer le point tout le temps. Marquer le point tout le temps. Oh, ça c'est moins bon. Ça veut dire que ça le ralentit puis lui il est fatigué. Bon ben, c'était bon.
Je pense qu'on l'a tout apprécié ton burger.
Ça vient d'où?
Twisted Burger.
C'est local?
Il y en a d'autres aussi ailleurs. Ouais. Quelques-uns, pas beaucoup, mais quelques-uns. Tu vas remettre ça. D'habitude, on fait de la bouffe. On fait de la
Okay. So neither of those things apply to me, so I will keep my hands off the I have nothing to say. No, thank you. I get the feeling this crowd is probably
Comment il a
trained
fait?
by making
Hein? Comment il vient de faire ça?
Just him.
Il est au milieu, là, il a
And if you drain that burger, yeah, I protest.
We went to your club there a few weeks ago. We had, I think we did it. It's 11 o'clock in the morning. So my buddy from work lives in Point Claire.
Good shot.
Au milieu.
L'effet parallaxe.
So, the kind of curling club that didn't have a bar open was A, we were really short bartenders.
It's also AM.
Oh no! In the past, our bar was open in the AM. Just they've had a hard time finding bartenders.
Lost me back for the lady.
And then usually, They don't open for junior events.
T'es médecin?
Really like, was that Nico? I know, but Nico and Light don't usually go
They
together.
needed to curl it a bit more.
Oh, I was thinking in golf.
Yeah.
Good shot. He's made some doozies.
Okay, so that game was at the beginning, and now it's like 6. Tonight.
Hit and roll away. Zach. You don't want to hit and stay. You don't want to hit and stay there. You want to hit and roll over the left. Oh, he dumped it way in. Get off it, hit the guard. Let it hit the guard. Let it hit the guard.
It's gonna hit the guard anyway.
Yeah, but they're going to punch the guard out. That's what we didn't want to do. Now we got one lonely blue in there.
Là, il veut te pousser la bleue. Tu dis pousser la rouge, il veut te pousser la bleue, c'est ça? Il veut te rendre l'appareil?
Je suis pas sûr.
C'est ça qui va se passer.
Non, il est light. Il va corner un peu trop. Je suis pas sûr qu'est-ce qu'il voulait faire là.
Là, il faut enlever la bleue, là. C'est correct, là, mais il faut enlever la bleue, là.
Is there any danger if they hit that blue and they're on a knock us out?
I think he just put a guard there. I don't think he wanted to throw away that.
He's asking him to stop that.
No, he just changed his call.
Okay, because he's calling the top. I was
The
wondering.
danger is them going around the other way. Getting the blue up this way is hard, but this way is easy.
No, but I
But
meant
guard
us.
that port, but I don't think there's much danger in that port.
Wondering if you hit that blue one.
You might actually squeeze right through.
Ah oui, c'est pas pire, ça.
You might actually squeeze it right through.
Oh, c'est bon.
Sweep it, Nico. Oh my God, what a shot,
Now we can take out the blue.
Yeah, that's what they call it.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly how we drew it up.
We'll talk about that one later. Like, that's exactly what we wanted to do, Dad. We don't know what you were looking at. It was actually the port we were trying to block.
Except, had he tried to call that?
Yeah, no.
That would have been too intimidating for the hat.
No pressure, so it wasn't called.
He does that to me when we play. He's like, I'm a double there, but if I tell her I'm going for the double, she's gonna miss it for sure. So let's just go and take this.
he's playing.
Elle a fait une belle shot. Une fois, tu as voulu faire le double. Il fallait juste faire le double.
Zachary's first. Yeah.
Parce que le double, c'est difficile.
Outside edge of the blue, like a both goal.
Yeah.
Ouais.
So again, this is the shot of it against the key. This card has to be red. So we're gonna send a zipper down and make those two blues go.
Ouais. Et en mets-tu un autre? En mets-tu un autre? En mets-tu un autre? En mets-tu un autre?
Jamais 200.
Ah, presque.
So
at some point he went for that.
I don't. Yeah. Well, I think he was trying to guard it, but he realized it was heavy and could get through. I think he went for it, but.
It's actually better.
Do you guys want to do the drink?
No, thank you.
I know the coach.
I know, thanks for rubbing it in. I broke it.
I was gonna try to coach because I thought Chris was drinking sport.
Yeah, then you'll serve me. No, I served him a drink where you got. Then you guys will protest. And I'll be in trouble. And then we're gonna.
Oh, because there's a lot going on, right?
Rocks to go, right? It's,
Yeah, it's okay.
Les autres sont bonnes à revenir.
It's really loud. He said time out, but it was so quiet. And I'm like, time out.
Sorry, I got the rep.
That's karma. Now you can wait for your beer. That's karma right there. That's karma right there. Rubbing it in, and you can't have a beer either.
Important to put it down. Sit right there.
It's only 60 seconds.
He's afraid I'm not going to pay him. What is he doing?
I think he's drawing
It's
around.
one of those, I'll hold your kid hostage. All right.
I'll see you Monday.
Never threaten something you're not going to follow through with.
I go to pick him up at school. We're just going to keep him longer. We're Thursday, so we'll see him Monday. I got 2 members at home. Keep him. He's kind of the favorite.
Yeah, eventually you'll want him to go alive.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. He's kind of the favorite. Actually, Kyle's the favorite this weekend. Yeah, he loves football, so we watch football together on weekends. Great.
We've always told the twins that one is spare parts to the other. So they
Sweep it, guys. Sweep it. Oh, they could have had it. If they swept it, it would have made it.
Oh.
Okay, so wow, that is some mess.
We don't sweep it. That's something that they got to learn and get on. That comment.
C'est une shot de gars. Ça va être le fun, on va se faire big tennis, ça va faire boum, bing, boum.
C'est dans une vidéo.
That's it, right? That's
Dans une vidéo parce qu'on ne sait jamais qu'est-ce qui va arriver. Plinko, plinko.
Is it?
It's a very difficult
Is it
skill.
the last shot?
His last shot.
Zachary's last shot.
No, you throw a guard up here, like anything on the left side of the center line, right in front of the blues, and then let him play plinko on his last.
Yeah, because they still have one half.
And you want it about halfway between the house and the hog.
Is that what he's actually playing? Or is he trying to not
I
get
think he wants to
You
block it.
gotta sweep it so it doesn't overcurl, because it's gonna overcurl.
I think he wants to block it. He doesn't like it. He doesn't like the ping pong boom.
Yeah, that did absolutely nothing.
This is our last shot.
Hit and hope.
So nothing like
Throw and break.
I think they can get one, they can get two out.
Well, not that can they make it worse? Maybe.
Well, they can't get all three blues out. There's no way all three.
No, but I'm just saying, can they promote the blue?
They could promote the blue if
And
they.
give
A
up
lot of
free?
bad can happen and a lot of good can happen.
Yeah.
That's the real kids.
Because if he just flicks the outside edge of the blue, it could go into the red and pop it out.
And then there's
you might
sitting
even,
three.
you might even wick and go.
Let's see.
Get on phone.
Let him make
To
it.
go hard, eh?
Sweep it, sweep it, sweep it. It's gonna hit the
It's
guard.
gonna overcurl. Let's see, guys.
Sweep it.
Yeah, well, I know. Okay, there's one sweeper. Yeah.
When they're tired. It's late, right? Play 2 games in a day and how to do this late. It's
Their BH, that was two. Their BHS curling coach.
Two?
I think so.
Okay, let's do a change. Want to go play?
Ah oui.
Change.
Well, it's so basically to you need to put. So at every school has.
80 seconds. What do you think it's taking?
No, it can be mixed. So they need to take 10 kids per team. It's 10 kids total. So it's like 5.
Oh, we're back.
NHS has. St. Thomas is getting one this year, which they didn't have. Royal West has. There's a school up in
It's ball game.
Yeah, so there's like yeah, they've decided to play basketball. I had asked the boys if they wanted to maybe play something else, and they said no, they wanted to. And Elaine Hall. If they didn't curl. But they've had fun. They've met a whole bunch of new kids. There's a bunch of grade 11 kids. So they're like yeah. So like Zach, this one kid that played in Amber 2 years ago, was a grade 11. He's super nice. That was his team. Like they got along really well. So it's kind of nice that they're getting the. Yeah. They're friends with you.
That's better. I didn't think it was gonna get there.
No,
but
me
it did.
neither. Sorry.
Glad someone's keeping her on the straight and narrow. It's great.
She was sorry because she called me by accident.
Oh, it wasn't by accident. It was, come on, fix that camera. Come on now.
No, mais je pense que c'est remarqué.
It's nice to see Zach. Yeah, that one just like we said, maybe 10.
Essayez de se sauver.
Non, avec les filles.
Il va falloir que vous le poigniez avec oui, ça fait une belle trace.
She did her master's in reading, teaching it to read and stuff. So you could basically give her any writing language, and she can figure it out just because of the background.
But this one, like, when I can kind of see,
I watched the game. I watched the game.
Good for you. Go, c'est good. Il y a pas un qui est là.
Well, I can't tell the strategy.
Ah oui, quand même.
I'll tell you in a second. So, because they were further in. It's down the middle of the years.
C'est eux autres qui sont en deuxième champ.
Oh, c'est facile. Ah, mais. Je pense que le balai va peut-être que oh, c'est pas loin. Ah ouais? Non, on va bloquer
On va aller chercher l'orbite en arrière du bord. On va aller chercher l'orbite au bord. C'est ça que tu disais tantôt. Alors?
Oui, je sais. C'est ça des lacotes.
They don't have the beef.
Zach's like, focus. Did you see? He slapped his finger like, pay attention.
Pay attention to me. It's late.
like maybe around 9:30. Yeah, that's because we're not tired.
You were telling me that's good, right? You normally don't stop. Especially the rocks are right here.
There's a little bit there. You have to know like how to get, when they're all together.
Yeah.
Here I can bounce off and get myself an extra. But this is
Wiki tappy tappy.
Yes. Yes.
Comment il a fait ça?
C'est 3 fois ce soir qu'ils ont fait ça.
Touchdown!
Tell him to put 3 points on the board, Denny. Give him 3 for that. That was.
Hey, achetez un billet de.
Il a passé dans un trou plus petit que la pierre.
Je pense que je peux pas passer une pierre à côté.
I don't know. I don't know where else you can put rocks.
He's like,
They're running out of room between the rocks and the hog line to put more rocks.
Je vais le refaire, on va voir si t'es capable.
Look at all this stuff.
Ça va être proche. Good sweep, well done, boys.
Ah, merde. T'as essayé? C'est drôle parce qu'ils sont tous sur ma tablette. Tous les plans sont safer.
Draw right through that port or through the port he came through last time.
yeah.
So lefties, he's got more of a chance.
Là, il va où? Monte à rouge?
Wait,
Il y a un peu de pierre en avant.
il est proche. Ça va être proche. Oh, it's gone.
Non,
Not hard enough.
pas assez de force.
Zach's like, I don't need, Zach doesn't even know where to put anything anymore.
There's not much leniency.
There's no room to put it in.
I know, he's like, I don't know where to put this.
No place, there's no place for
Should he
it.
just throw it away?
Les pièces sont en jeu, je pense.
At this point, you know, you might just,
Wouldn't you just chuck it?
No, we might as well put it in there somewhere.
How?
Ils ont joué un
I
contre
guess
l'autre
if
hier.
you, as long as you don't throw anything too heavy.
Practice getting it just barely over the hog.
Find something weird. Yeah. What's he doing?
I don't know.
Toutes les pièces sont en jeu, ça se peut-tu?
Il y a une rouge
Ah,
ici
mais là,
cachée. Bon, on va la remettre. Tu la placer quelque part?
Right on the button.
Zach,
No,
Right on the
no.
button sounds
That's a
good.
little too far. A little too far. I prefer.
protest.
Hey, c'est tout un château de cartes.
Qu'est-ce qu'il est en train de faire?
Qu'est-ce qu'il veut faire?
Je sais pas. Je pense qu'il essaie de boucher le trou à droite.
he's gonna kill ego and Cole.
I think he's just trying to block that little hole over there.
What?
Sweet, guys, sweet.
Ah, il y avait un trou là, c'est bon. T'as envie de passer, hein? Faut pas oublier, là, il y a pas
Yeah. How do you draw that?
Except he kicked it over enough. Can you tap the red?
It's a Hail Mary at this point.
There are 12 rocks short of that.
Yeah, it's amazing.
That's
Yeah, Yeah, it's fine. Just, no problem. Just chuck it in there.
Ça se fait avoir ça par-dessus.
Bon, il essaye. C'est pour ça qu'il voulait
Absolument.
bloquer tantôt. Mais il avait compris. Là, il essaye.
They're not giving up.
No,
Keep throwing.
Try some.
Yeah, yeah.
Keep throwing.
Touche fort, ça serait fun. Come on. Tu vas pas y aller.
Come on.
Sucker's getting ready to pounce on the blue.
Little sweet beauty and knucklehead. Good try.
Nice try.
there's that much she doesn't know.
Second ball.
Yeah,
At least my second baby.
No, you told Cole to make sure in the house with crew. Nothing. You don't want 12 rocks in front of the
Just
house.
after this, I was like, asking the shake.
12 rocks in front of the house is not.
Go down Tuesday. Yeah, pretty much. Him and Liam was ridiculous. They were cheating. They fits that they went down the snake. Boom. So thankfully he realizes like
I think he told him to throw it through. The fact that he's not even looking.
Why?
Because you don't want rocks for them to possibly hit. Because you basically you want to give them nothing. Nothing to sit on, nothing to hit, nothing to hide behind. Right now, rocks in the house is not their friend.
Ouais, abandonne-le.
The red looks like they're.
Over there either. They scored a couple of blue.
They scored two. It's 6-3.
He's left. The good news is they're playing really good. Like, we're a half end. Like these ends all have a lot of rocks left.
3 points are only good 6 points. They were the offenses.
Nous, on a 3 points.
Yeah, so they're both playing 6 and we're at 7.
Puis, pas se faire prendre plus que 4 dans le bout, je connais ça va. Et aussi,
He's getting a ticket? What is he doing?
avant de jouer à gagner le match.
I know, but whatever. It seems silly.
Là, ils ont décidé à Québec pour les inscrits demain.
So because of $5,
Parce que là, il est en arrière.
Yeah.
so he's asking you to just flip it, push it over to the side, but not hit it hard enough to make it go.
Yes, but not
So,
hard.
oh, so
He
close.
almost made it.
Good try.
Was doing rebound.
So the pro teams have gotten so good at that that they've now made a rule.
You can't do that either.
If it's
You
touching the
can't touch it.
if it's touching the center line in the last end, they're not allowed to touch it. So that movie that's
Even
they've
as
gotten
a
so good at
even
that.
as a cheap shot.
I could think it is.
Yeah.
But that rule only applies to the last end.
The last
Right now.
end right now. they're
They
gonna
may
do it.
change it again, but
You may want to take a note of people that maybe take that regard zone.
They were trying to play tack. They were trying to play a tip.
That's me.
Yeah, I know.
That would have been the most precise tick ever.
Yes. Would you like to see it again? They're trying it again.
Almost, yeah. Boy, it doesn't take much, I'd say.
like I think they're at the point too where if they don't make the tick and they have to put the card back,
Yeah.
it's what happens.
No.
This is better weight here. This is more of a tick weight.
Yeah, this is more technical. No, actually, it's a little low.
He goes like 2-3, 2-3.
Yeah, between that.
Now he's just gonna stagger them.
Oh, jeez.
It's okay. He knew. He called it.
No, well, because we started on 5 and I figured we'd be home at 11, she was went to my house. And,
And he'll come tomorrow morning.
yeah, I'm going to bring him tomorrow. Brother's making semis, dude, you're coming. He's like,
Yeah, yeah, no, hey, tomorrow, maybe not.
it'll be, well, can I bring my iPad? Yeah.
Oh, that's not what we wanted.
That's unlucky.
He put it directly behind the guard for you, didn't he?
That's very sportsman of you guys.
Well, we appreciate that.
We do not protest.
Very sportsman. Chipping it right into the button.
He made it better than I think if we throw
Yeah,
it.
thank you very much.
Right? Like,
Thank you very much.
pretty
That would
old.
be good too, this one.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, wait.
Yeah, so don't miss wide, right? Even if you chip the top one out as the guard, that's okay too.
Who is it, Owen?
Huh? What? Associated? Oh. Yes, it's going to take off?
Ouf, what was that, Owen? Il est quasiment tombé, je pense.
Ah ouais, ça c'est...
It's okay, peel it straight
He's
back,
had a big
Zach.
day. He played basketball.
Well, yeah, he had some this morning
Yeah.
too, so I think you might promote them in now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Stop getting fancy and cute. And just throw bullets in there and make it all go away.
We're down by 8. You guys keep putting this in the house. Down by 8. It's not even
Oh, there's no time to play the last. I already sent him the signal.
What's the signal? So stop walking bed, right? Into the ring.
That's a
Another one. There you go.
Yeah, that's one of these.
a long walk. Yeah, exactly.
Oh. Oh, it's not as handy out, that's why.
Seriously, we're gonna make them try a double.
Yeah, just take the top one, right? Just gotta throw it hard. You have to throw this with some authority.
Straight.
No, no, it's fine.
Got a curl, no?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's right. He's gonna miss.
It's just doesn't have enough weight to get it out.
Go, Zachary. Go, Zachary. No. Still in there. Let's
Next year, once you have like,
Yeah, back late.
yeah, yeah.
And they came and tucked one in
Yeah.
and they scored one. We were sitting, we were going for an 8 under and they tucked one in and
I
they scored
remember
one.
that. It was really something like
Yeah. Well, hopefully that'll be the case. Yeah. A lot of rock because that's. Yeah, no kidding.
On n'a jamais fait plus que 2.
Ça regarde bien.
Ouais. Je sais pas si on réalise le Spider-Man.
Ouais, des fois, c'est mieux pas savoir. Hein? If it goes anywhere too close to the T-ball, then you hit it.
Right, because if you sit shot, they're gonna try to take it out. And then they have hammer.
C'est pas bon, je voulais mettre sur ton arrière.
You can't use too much weight to this, right?
I'm not sure what he's doing. I didn't see what he called.
I think he's taking out the one over there and trying to hit and roll in.
It's a lot of room.
Maybe he's not throwing a ton of weight at it. I mean, even if he hit and sticks, right? He's still shot.
I think so. I think it's on 8. Ah non, on dit rien.
C'est-tu vous autres ou nous autres, la chance?
C'est vous autres, c'est la shot. Si elle joue, là, c'est vous autres.
He hits this thing before.
C'est ça, je pense. Jamais. Elle a voulu l'avoir, là. Ah oui, oui. On n'a jamais fait plus que 2. On va essayer là.
I think he's got it. I think he's got it. Oh, for one.
Non, on peut voler. On peut voler, on peut voler. Il faut gagner le match.
That would be lucky. It works so hard.
I wanted that beer about 2/3 of the way through that.
Gracious putting the rocks in the house.
Alors, ils vont rentrer là.
Mais oui, laisse-les jouer là.
Ils vont faire d'autres coups lancés.
That's it. No, play. 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 No, play. You come here. No.
He wants to shake. They're tired. Me too.
Unless they want to shake, but you don't shake, they shake. If they want to play, we play. Come on, play. You came to curl?
The guy Red's yelling at us, the other coach is dancing in the window.
I want to know what was in,
beer up there.
what was in that burger.
On veut voler. Là, il faut voler et gagner en même temps. Il faut le faire. Il demande dans la maison, on ne pas. Ça nous prend 8 points en même temps.
Yeah, this is it. Like, this is a live day.
Dans la maison.
Yeah. Oh. Sorry, because I was. No,
Parce qu'il demande dans la maison, ça va être
No, it's not. In the house.
Why is he trying to take this? Like, that makes no sense. That's the weight. That's halfway.
So that it stops at the hack here.
It's because some really it's so nice.
You have to have
The
to.
So
skin.
it's all singles. It's hack, bumper, and then you got control,
The before I see him do that.
and then heavy, and then as hard as you can throw without hurting yourself.
Oh wow.
See, what are you doing?
un set.
What are you doing?
Why don't you call it time out then?
Before they threw, they were not in the house. Now they're in the house.
C'est un recette.
That's great.
Oh shit. Non, mais les cons, regarde.
This brings less than that, and he's gonna like actually.
Hit that. It's in the house now, or hit the car.
Ah, ben, là, on va faire le bout, hein.
Yeah, he had that whole conversation. Really
Good shot.
Right, we're that's inside. That's our guard.
We'll be fine. You need to see 3 red rocks back there.
Yeah, exactly.
Là, ça se peut qu'on a perdu une, par exemple.
Yeah.
Ouais, je pense qu'on va en perdre une.
Then they stop.
On a perdu une.
6-5.
Ouais, là, par exemple. Il reste 7 à faire.
Cole's played really well today.
Cardio. Salutations, mademoiselle, je pense que ça.
Oh, stop it!
Watch it, stop it,
guys.
stop it, stop it.
Before it takes out one of the other players.
She looks very light too. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, I
it
would have
wouldn't
taken
take
her out
much.
and no problem.
She's the one that fell.
oh yeah.
Oh, jeez, can you imagine? She falls. She falls. Right, one more word, guys, and then it's done. Let's make this go away.
It's already done.
Oh yeah, so it is.
They would. They're still.
The little that normally you don't.
They will. They have to bring the marks back anyway. But under normal.
Split them, split them. There you go.
Because right now the war box is
Well, and they have to bring it
Looks good.
Oh, he's got the other handle upside down.
Look at it hook, eh?
Excuse-moi.
Hi.
Should have thrown a bullet at
I'm out.
Starting to run out of juice, I think.
They changed the logo and everything a couple years ago now.
Yes. He's trying to double, make them shake, shake. No, his brother did. Yeah. Just told them to shake.
Ben non, laisse-les jouer. Là. Yeah, no, it's not.
Last weekend, and they got to meet Justice
They're mathematically out, they can't score.
Je les aurais laissés jouer, moi.
We were fine with letting them finish.
Il y a tellement peu de games de tournoi pour jouer, on va les doesn't matter. We should have played the
I
last
know,
few
but this is what he
shots.
said, because we have to play it tomorrow.
Sorry to be a killjoy, but they've got 3 rocks out. This game is over.
Okay,
Okay. And you're playing at 9 a.m. tomorrow, so
we're okay with
you
it.
gotta be there. So
Yep.
We're gonna sleep in.
you can use the conference room.
Yeah, we'll sleep down there.
Sleep here.
Like, I don't know. Well, he does have a. Has always been like he's probably as heavy as. He's like massive. We play hockey.
Well done, bud. Well done. Game all done.